In this video, we will discuss the problem, Josephus problem. The problem says that given the total number of n people, so total n people are given to us and we have been given a number k. So basically we have been given n people and k as an integer, and this value k indicates that k minus 1 people are skipped and the kth person is killed in a circle in a fixed direction. So the task is to choose the safe position in the circle, so that when you perform these operations, the person from the starting from the first place in the circle, you are the last one that is surviving. So what does that mean? So let us say that if we have been given the k value as 2 and we have been given the number of people as 5. So let's say we have been given 1, then we have been given 2, then we have been given 3, then we have been given 4, and we have been given 5. So all these people are standing in a circle. Okay, so what we will be doing is, if we have been given k is equal to 2, so starting from this person, starting from the first person, we will start killing. So we will kill every kth person. Okay, so from here, if we kill the kth person, so we will kill the second person. So that means we will kill the second person from here. So we will kill this person. Now what happens, because if we see from the starting, so if we start from here, if we start from 1, then who is the kth person? The kth person is this person. So I'll simply kill this person up. So I'll kill 2. Okay, when I kill 2, then what will happen? Now I'm standing here because that person was killed, correct? Now if I'm standing at 3, so which is the second person from 3? 3 is the first person, then the second person now is 4. So I'll kill 4. After I kill 4, so now I'll come at 5. When I come at 5, so which is the kth person, which is the second person? So 5 is the first person, because I'll start the counting again. 5 is the first person, then the second person or the kth person will be 1. So I'll kill 1 after that. Okay, when I kill 1, so after that I was standing at 5. Now I'll stand at 3. Okay, because that is the next person available. So when I stand at 3, which is the second person, so the second person is nothing but 5. So I will kill it, and now the person that will be left will be nothing but 3. Okay, so in the end I have to return the person 3, that is the position 3, because if we stand at the position 3, then we will be safe. Otherwise we will get killed, because inside the circle every kth person is getting killed. So what we have to do is, we have to find this particular safe position and we have to return it. Okay, now let us say that if we have been given the sample test case as n is equal to 3 and k is equal to 2. So suppose n is equal to 3 is given and k is equal to 2 is there. Okay, so what we will be doing is, if suppose n is equal to 3 is given and the value of k here is 2. So 1, 2, 3 people are standing in a circle. So if I start from 1, then I'll kill the second person. So second person will be 2. Then I'll move to the 3, because that will be the next person. After that, from 3, if I start the counting again, so the second person or the kth person will be 1. So I'll kill 1. And in the end, you can see that only 3 will be left. The single person left will be 3. That is the safest position, right? The position will be 3. So we can see that the output for this question is nothing but 3. Let's say that if we have been given 5 people and we have been given k is equal to 3. Okay, so suppose here, if n was equal to 5, if n is equal to 5 and k is equal to 3 for this case, in that case I'll have 1, then I'll have 2, then I'll have 3, after that I'll have 4, after that I'll have 5. So if I've been given k is equal to 3, so I'll kill every third person. So from the starting, if I start from 1, then I'll kill 3. Okay, after that I will come to 4. Okay, because 3 is killed, so I'll start from 4. So from 4, which is the third person, so 4 is the first person, 5 is the second person, k and 1 is the third person, right? 1 is at the position k is equal to 3, starting from 4. So I'll kill 1. After that, what will happen? After that I'll start from 2. Okay, because that is the next person. So 2 is the first person, 4 is the second person, and 5 is the third person. So I'll kill this particular person 5. Okay, after that after I kill 5, so the next person that is alive, I'll come to that. So I'll come to 2 again. So when I come to 2, so I'll kill the third person in terms of counting. So first of all, I try to see. So 2 is the first person, 4 is the second person, then again the chance for 2 comes, so 2 is the third person now. So that means I'll kill 2. So basically 4 is left. Okay, so you can see that the position that is safe is nothing but 4, or you can say the person at the position 4 is safe, or basically the safe position is 4. So that is what we have to return in the end. We have to return the safe position. So if we will see again and again, so what we are doing, we are trying to repeat, right? We are trying to repeat something again and again unless and until only one person is present. So when we are trying to repeat something, we can say that that is nothing but recursion, because we are trying to repeat a particular process again and again, and this is nothing but recursion. So when will we stop in this process? We will stop when we have only one element left with us inside, okay? Otherwise we'll keep on moving. So what we can say is, we can basically say that if suppose that the case was n is equal to 3, again k is equal to 2. So as we discussed already for this case, that if 1, 2 and 3 are given, so basically what I can do is I can insert these elements into an array. Like I can insert 1, then I can insert 2 and 3 into an array, and then from the starting I can kill the people. So if I am starting from the 0th index, right, because this will be the 0th index at which 1 will be present. So if I am killing, so suppose if I am trying to kill, so currently I am at the index 0, correct? So if I am trying to kill the kth person, so what will be the position of the kth person? If k is equal to 2, then I want to kill this person, and this person is at the index 1. So that means if I am currently at an index I, so I will kill what? I will kill the person standing at the k minus ith index, because the array is 0 based index. So when I kill 2, okay, after that I will kill 2. Okay, so suppose that we kill 2 in this part. So when we kill 2, then this element will get deleted from the array, and the array will have 1 and 3 only, right? And now the index of 3 will be 1. So this is where I was standing, okay, actually, because when the person gets deleted, then at this index the shift is made and the remaining elements come here. After that, when I try to kill again, so I'll try to count from here. So which person I'll kill? I'll kill the person which is standing at the index, like current index I is equal to 1, and I will kill what? I will kill I is equal to, now I'll kill the person standing at 2 indexes away. So from one position here, next position. So there is nobody present at the next position, because I have not made it as circular. So if I want to make it a circular, so I want to kill every I plus k minus 1th person, okay? So if I want to kill that person, so it is not always necessary that my array, like the index that I am using, it will be indicating to an element, because the elements get deleted one by one. So it might happen that I might exceed the array limit, the number of indexes. So in that case, I'll do modulo with the size of the array every time, so that it remains in place. Because now what is the size of the array? The size of the array is 2. And what is the index that I want to delete? I wanted to delete 1 plus k minus 1, that is nothing but 1. So I wanted to delete index I is equal to 2. So basically if I do modulo with 2, so I'll get 0. And that is nothing but this index, okay? Because if you see, so I'll start from 3. So 3 is the first person, then 1 is the second person. So basically I wanted to kill the person at I is equal to 0. So I'll kill this particular person up. When I kill this particular person up, then the size of the array becomes 1 only. And whenever the size of the array becomes 1, in that case I can simply say that I will return, because this is the safe position for me, okay? So that is what we will try to do. You can try to check it out for other example as well, because the case will remain the same. If suppose that we had an array like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these elements were there and their indexes were starting from 0, okay? Suppose if I wanted to kill, like if I had 5 people, and in this case if I wanted to kill every third person, right? If I wanted to kill for k is equal to 3, so first of all I'll kill for this person, right? Because from the starting one, this is the third person, but its index is 2. So I'll say that I'll kill the person which is at index I plus k minus 1, that is nothing but 0 plus 2. So I'll kill this person. When I kill this person up, okay, when I kill this person up, then the indexing of the array changes, because now 5 comes here and this comes here. Now I is standing here. Now I want to kill which person? I want to kill nothing but the again I want to kill the I plus k minus 1th person from here, right? Because I want to kill the third person from here, but there is no third index present here. So that's why what I will do is, like I will say that I plus k minus 1, if I do modulo with the size of the array, so what is the size? Size is 4. So what is I standing at the index nothing but 2, okay? So 2 plus 2, because k minus 1 is 2, modulo 4, so this will give me 0. Basically if I see from the starting, so this is the first person, second person, and this will be the third person. So that is what I want to kill. So I'll kill this person at present at the index 0. So when I kill this person up, in that case what will happen? Now the indexing of the array will change, and now my I was standing here, right? Now my I is standing here, and this is nothing but the 0th index now, okay? Now if I try to kill again, so I'll kill the third person. So that means I will kill what? Now I is equal to 0, I'll kill the third person. So this will be the third person from here. So that is nothing but I plus k minus 1 modulo the size of the array, that is 3. So I plus, like I standing at 0, 0 plus k minus 1 will be 2. 2 modulo 3 will be what? It will be nothing but 2 only. So I'll kill this particular person up. So I'll kill this up. Once I kill this up, so what will happen? Now in this case I can see that my I is actually standing at 2. Okay, I is standing here. Okay, I is equal to 2. Now I is standing here. Now what I want to do is, I want to kill again the k minus 1th person, right? According to 0 based indexing, because that is 0 based. So I want to kill every kth person. So starting from I want to kill the k minus 1th person, correct? Because I want to count like that. So now again if I do 2 plus 2, okay, so I'll get index 4, but actually index 4 is not present. So when I do modulo with 4, okay, modulo with 2, that is the size of the array, so I'll get 4, modulo 2, that will be nothing but 0. So I'll kill the 0th person. Why? Because if you see, if I have 2 and 4, okay, so I will be starting from 2, okay, so 2 is the first person, then 4 is the second person, then I want to kill every third person, so the third person will be 2 itself, so I will want to kill 2, and that is what actually I will indicate. So I'll kill this person up, and then only the person that left will be 4, and you can see that in our answer we are getting 4 as well, right? So in the end, whichever element is left, that I will simply return. So let's try and code the approach up and see what happens. So what I will be doing here is, first of all, I'll be declaring a vector which will be of size n, so vector int n, and it will consist of all the positions. So the positions, since they are starting from 1, so I will start from, let's say 0, I is lesser than n and I plus plus, and what I will do is, inside this vector I'll say that v of I is equal to nothing but I plus 1, because I'm going to take 1 base indexing here, right? The positions will be 1 base. Then I will do what I'll call a recursive function starting from the 0th index. I'll pass k and I'll pass the vector v as well, and after that is done, so in the end the recursive function will return when only one element is left, or when the size of the array becomes 1, when the size of the vector or our list becomes 1, then we will simply return. Okay, so let's name it as array only, so that we have more comfortableness. So let's write it as arr. Okay, so I'll return what? In the end I'll return nothing but array of 0 itself. Okay, so this function will be of void type. The recursive function will be of type void, and I can write void recursion. Then I'll start from index I. Okay, I'll have what? I'll have the k value, and I'll have access to the array as well, and I'll pass the array by reference, because any change that I make to the array should be reflected in the final answer as well. Okay, if the array dot size, right, if after certain deletions, if the array dot size becomes 0, in that case I can say that I can simply return from there. Correct, I can return from this recursive function, and I can return array of 0, because array of 0 is only left, single element is left, and the single element will be present at the index array of 0. Okay, note that when I say that single element will be present, so actually you can see that the array situation will be like this. Okay, and this will be the 0th index of the array, and this represents nothing but array of 0, so array of 0 will represent the safe position to be 4. Okay, now what we will do is, in this case we have to delete the element present at the I plus k minus 1th position according to the indexing. So we will do what? First of all, we will take the modulus with the size of the array, correct, so that it remains in place. Then we will say what? We will say that array dot erase, we will perform the erase function, and we will do what? We will perform the erase function from the starting of the array plus I, right? For this current ith position I want to erase it, so array dot begin plus I, this is the position that I want to erase. Okay, once I erase for this particular position, then I'll call again the recursive function. Okay, so I'll pass I into it, I'll pass k, and I'll pass the array. So I'll repeat the same process again if there are several elements left, until the size of the array becomes 1, until only if one element is just present, so that will be the element that will be left, and I can simply return from there. Otherwise I'll keep on deleting the elements one by one. Let us try and compile this code. So you can see that we are getting the expected output as 3. Let us try to submit this code as well. So you can see that our solution was able to pass all the test cases. In case if you understood the explanation, so make sure to hit the like button and comment down understood as well. Thank you.